Are you feeling you're going to get anything today?
I'm not at all confident. I anticipate miserable failure.
That is what you normally sing about, I suppose, isn't it?
Whoa! Nice one.
If you don't get one, who would you like to see win?
I don't know. I don't even know who else is nominated, to be honest. Tell me.
I've got the list. I can tell you.
Yeah.
The Ivor Novello, obviously it's more of an industry event than other award ceremonies. Does that make it more nerve-wracking?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sort of new to all this. Because I was constantly touring, I missed most of the events like this last time round, so I find them a bit nerve-wracking. The idea that you might have to speak to everyone on the stage and thank everybody is, I don't know why it's so terrifying, but it seems to be.
I can tell you're up against, for the best song musically and lyrically, you're up against Travis and U2, so what do you think of your chances?
Which songs are there?
Side by Travis and Walk On by U2.
I don't mind, either of them.
All three of them?
Good luck to everyone, apart from me.
Is it your first one? Is this your first Ivors?
Yes, the first time I've been. I couldn't make it last year.
And how nervous are you feeling?
Yeah, quite nervous, like I say.
Oh, well, all the best for us.
All right, thanks. Bye.
How you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Looking forward to today?
Yeah, so I've never been here before, so I'm not sure what happened.
It's a bit of a renaissance at the moment.
Yeah, for a while.
Why do you think that is?
What, the Renaissance, or what it's going to be for a while? The Renaissance? I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. People have been doing my stuff, cover versions and samples. Just, this today is because I was sampled on one track, and it seems has focused more attention on what I've been doing as well recently, and that's now doing better. I've been #1 on the Kerrang channel, I think, for a while. And I don't know really. People talk about this 80s revival, but I mean, I hate the very thought of that. So I hope it's nothing to do with that, because I hate revivals. I think it's more to do with just a series of coincidences. Just good luck, really. A number of people have covered my stuff or sampled it for the last 3 or 4 years, and Marilyn Manson did a cover, and Foo Fighters did a cover, and all those things just create an interest that wasn't there before. So it's really reflected glory in a way, but I don't mind really.
So why are you here today? What have you been nominated for?
I'm side door really. The Basement Jaxx Where's Your Head At song has got a nomination for Best Dance Track, and they sampled me, the 3 notes that it's based around are mine from an old song. So it's almost under false pretenses. I was going to write to them and say, did they mind me coming along, because I don't really feel that much a part of it, and I got busy and forgot actually. So I've never even met them. Didn't know what they look like.
Oh, it should be a good lunch anyway.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
We're up against Hayley. What do you make of the competition there?
Like her.
You like the song or do you like
What good?
So come on.
No, not yet. Next week, but I'm just moonlighting. Don't tell anyone else. So guys, Ivor Novello Awards, very, very respected in the industry. This must mean a lot to you guys to be nominated.
Yeah, man, it means the world to us.
It means the world. No, it's all good to be nominated. It's all good to be nominated. It's like big awards. It's like big recognition. So it's like
It's
like
good to see that people recognise where we're coming from and all the good work that we've been putting into our music. And yeah, coming to an award like this shows the respect that we've got from the people. So thanks.
And it must mean a lot for Garage as a whole, for someone like the Ivor Novellos to pick up on it and dominate you.
Yeah, man, it shows the music's bursting through. Yeah, slowly but surely, innit? Slowly getting there.
Taking over the world, baby. Taking over the world.
But you're up against the Kylie track. Is that what you think you're going to do?
Yeah, Kylie's taking over the world, so hopefully she'll let us
She's
get
too
our foot in
sexy
there,
for
you know
us,
what I'm
man. We
saying?
just, we can't compete the sexiness. It's just...
Okay.
Gandhi.
I haven't got the bottom for it. I ain't got the bottom for it.
Nah, she's cool. I mean, it's good to be up against the best in the world. It's an achievement to be at like this award here, this prestigious award. So yeah, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have a good time today. So that's what it's about for us.
So what's it going to be like? You know, you're going to have lunch, and I mean, what's the sort of atmosphere in these kind of things like?
We don't know. We've never been before.
Never been to this one. Never been to this one before.
Are they going to serve lunch?
We're going to see what's up. We're just going to see what's up.
Yeah,
Everyone's
it's cool.
suited
We're
and
just gonna make
booted,
sure
and
we
I
have
came like
fun,
this,
man.
you know. So
Well, I was
we're
gonna
just going to have
say,
fun, man.
I reckon you've got your own sense of style going on today.
You know, we are original, you know. Not the
Thanks
run-of-the-mill
a lot.
crew.
Take care.
Peace.
Take care.
See you soon.
You must know Reed.
Just around there, that's fine. Working to the end, please.
Staircases to the great room, please. Thank you very much.
I don't know, I'm just flabbergasted, you know? I don't know why this happens.
Which one are you most proud of? Which song?
It's not like that. It's like, well, I'm proud of the work we did. And maybe one of the reasons it still is alive is that, well, we worked, it's not like working in a coal mine, but we worked a lot on to get it right. I don't know the answer to why people like it.
I mean, your
I'm
songs.
happy they do that.
Your songs are major, and they've been going throughout the years. Is there one specific one that you thought at the time, this is it, this is my favourite?
No, it's not. I have several. Yeah.
Why do you think the songs last most of the test of time?
It beats me.
Ladies
I
and
don't
gentlemen,
know.
would you kindly make
I don't
your
know.
way to your tables down in the great
I'm happy
room,
if they do.
please. Thank you very much
What are you
indeed.
doing here today?
We're having some sort of award here.
Are you?
Yeah.
Have you got a speech prepared?
No.
See you later.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the rink balcony bar, may I kindly ask you to use the fast staircase. The entrance foyer. Thank you very much indeed.
You must have won many of these awards over the years.
Not a one like this.
Why is it so
Never.
special?
Because it's... I feel that this is the finest thing you can get if you're a songwriter. We should have had it years ago. No, I don't mean that. I mean that it feels a bit strange to receive this award being a Swede. I think it has to do with Sven. That's why, the football coach.
Oh, Sven!
So we have to thank him.
And what do you think about the current state of pop music?
I don't know, I don't follow. No, I don't. I'm sorry to say.
Is that
No,
implied?
we're too old for that, you know? Old enough for these kind of achievements and awards.
Will all guests in the rink balcony bar...
Eurovision, so do you rate them as an important thing or just a bit of silliness?
No, for us it was very important back then because that was really the only way out in Sweden. But today the market is so different. And
Ladies and gentlemen, as you descend to the great room, may I ask you to kindly use both staircases. Both staircases, ladies and gentlemen.
You do that without moving your mouth.
Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah, is the market so different, you're saying?
Yes, I mean, in Sweden, that's why it's different. In ABBA's days, there was nothing, no one here would listen to us.
So what are you going to watch the Eurovision this weekend?
I hope so. I like to watch it as a sort of television program because it's exciting as a competition.
Exciting? We stand it up.
I mean, you listen to all the songs and you think this is the least bad, and hope that wins.
You were asking.
It's very, very important. We would not be here otherwise. I promise
Please feel free to use both staircases. Both staircases down to the great room, please. Thank you.
Leon, why do you think you've been given this award now, so many years after ABBA's success?
Because of the longevity of the songs. I mean, the people look at Stevie Wonder, he's been in the business for a very long time as well. And I think that's why.
Why do you think the songs have stood the test of time so well?
Well, that I don't know. I mean, people ask me that question 10 times a day, and still I'm waiting for the person who will explain it's because of this and this and this, but no one yet.
And what will it mean to you to get an Ivor Novello award?
Oh, it means such a lot because this is a songwriters prize given by songwriters, and it's such an honor. It's the highest honor, as a songwriter. It really is.
What do you think about artists that have done cover versions of your songs?
Keep the base of both staircases clear and move as quickly as possible to your tables. Thank you very much indeed.
Many artists have been covering your songs. What do you think about that, and have you got a particular favourite out of all the cover versions?
Well, the Eurasia, was that the name of the group? Was very, very different. I like that. They took, another route completely. Others have more tried to, adapt and sort of an ABBA style. So I like that one.
Is there anyone that you'd like to see try out an ABBA song?
Yes, there are several. Celine Dion, and other great singers. And your own, what's his name? Williams. Robbie Williams, I'd love to hear one with Robbie Williams. Yeah.
Which one would you like Robbie to do?
I'll think about that and I'll let him know. Okay, thanks.
Can I ask you to move back? Ridiculous. Wow, you look incredible this afternoon. Of course you do. Just got out of bed. It's so modern. So what are you guys up for?
No. Obviously, I don't think that interests me a lot because I've never been before, but I've heard about it. It's the biggest awards for the songwriter, so it's about to be invited and it's about to come. I don't mind at the end of the day. It's different strokes for different folks. But we have got a week off in July. But we're going up tomorrow to meet Stargate, we're going up to Miami, so hopefully do a collaboration collection. And it's great because I really want to meet some songwriters.
You may find it easier to use the fast staircase. The fast staircase, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry, to apologise.
Right, make your way through, please. Excuse me, can you make your way through, please?
Pardon? Well done on Bend It Like Me. Ah, thank you. It's gone really well. How's it been received by all your friends?
Oh, they love it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I need to go see it again actually.
In fact, Mel's behind you there. Mel, what did you think of Bend It Like Beckham? What did you think of Bend It Like Beckham?
I still haven't seen it yet. I'm waiting. No, I'm going to go with our friend that we've known for years, and just the two of us. We're going to go and check it out. I was away on holiday. I missed the whole thing. I'm very upset.
Well, tonight you're here today, obviously. Why are you here?
Me? I was a judge this year, and I'm going to be making one of the nominations. So.
But you were in tears last year. What
I know.
People that are collecting.
Oh, just do it. Let it out. Whatever.
All right. Well,
take
thanks
it.
very much.
See you later.
Hi girls, what are you doing today?
What are you doing here today? Because you've won this before, haven't you?
Yeah, last year. This year, I was a judge this year. I was quite honoured actually, and I'm going to be judging one of the nominations as well. So I'm going to be giving an award to somebody. I'll be handing out the Kleenex.
Now you have won several awards in your sort of like career. Was this one very special?
Very. I think, in all honesty. Oh, hi. I think, in all honesty, this one's the most important one, really. Because it's not about the artist. It's not about who's up there singing it. At the end of the day, it's about who wrote it. So, you know, enough respect to the people that sort of sat behind for ages trying to write a song for somebody else to go out there and sing.
Because you wrote all the songs, didn't you? All sing. Yeah. I remember sitting at the top box watching you. Writing away. But today, who would you like to see win?
Do you know what? I'd love to see Kathy Dennis win an award, actually, because she is a talented person, and she's actually Kathy. She's contributed a lot over the last few years of really mainstream songs that have been coming through. So I wish her every luck today.
Thank you very much, Shaz. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you kindly make your way down to the break room, please?
Attending an awards ceremony, I'm being completely surprised by anything that will happen.
What makes this award ceremony so different to things like the Brits and the Moguls?
I think it's got more credibility because it seems like it's a very old thing. You know, when I think of Ivor Novello, I think of like Cole Porter,
Ladies and gentlemen, I kindly ask all remaining guests to make their way down the staircases to the great room, to their tables as swiftly as possible, please. Thank you very much indeed.
Okay, sorry.
So what makes an event like this so different to the Brits, for instance?
Well, I think it's got a lot more credibility in a way, as it does feel like it's a very kind of old thing. When just the name Ivor Novello brings things to me like Irving Berlin and Cole Porter, and it just instills a kind of different feeling than the Brits. The Brits feels like a kind of commercial record company do, you know, where they sort of 1 year one company gets the awards and the next year another company gets the awards. This one feels entirely different, and especially because you're given it by your contemporaries and by other songwriters, which gives it a whole different credibility.
And Kylie's offered quite a few awards today. Well, the song is Can't Get You Out of My Head. What did you think of that one?
I think it's brilliant. I love that song. You know, she deserves everything she does.
Last night we met at the Queen, which we recognised you. What was it like when the Queen didn't recognise you last night?
Well, it's really unfortunate that she has to be embarrassed in that way. I think the people who are really answerable are the people who are supposed to do their jobs and give her the information. She's fabulous.
Hi, what are you doing here today?
All back over there, please!
Why did the Novello Award so special?
It just feels like an old-fashioned award, you know. The name Ivor Novello is sort of makes you think of Cole Porter and Irving Berlin and Rodgers and Hammerstein and stuff like that, rather than just any old, you know, pop awards. It's got something about it that's a bit more classic.
Does it give you more credibility? Is it more respected within the industry than some of the other awards?
Credibility. I don't know what that means really, but whatever. Yeah, I guess.
Do you think British songwriting is coming back to style now?
Sorry?
Do you think traditional British songwriting is being rewarded now again?
I'd like to think so, but I'm wondering where the recording industry is on that, because they seem to spend all the time manufacturing things instead of nurturing proper talent, which I think has been their big mistake. And it's probably why the industry's in such a slump abroad, because they've not nurtured singer-songwriters like they used to do. When I first started out, you know, they'd allow a band to have 3 or 4 albums before they even made it. And now, if you don't make it on your first album, they drop you. And generally, it's all this kind of like, but baby, you're so fine to me. I'm so sick of it, you know, and I think it's about time we had some decent songwriters and singer-songwriters back in the fold, but they've done nothing to nurture it. And they've got a lot to answer for, I think, in the industry right now. Sorry?
Do you think there should be a better live socket and rocking a live socket?
Well, I think you should ask them.
Just together a little bit, please.
Oh, very good.
Straight on, guys.
Can we get the mic out for 1 second?
Just set the mic down. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you. Could you look around this way, please? Both of you. That's great. Lovely. Thank you.
Lovely, thank you very much.
2 seconds. Another one. Last time This is the big one.
It's a great award. The Ivor Novello don't achieve much.
The Edge.
Yeah.
You're up for an award today. What do you think of your chances?
Well, I don't know. It's stiff competition as always, but who knows?
And you've won so many of these over the years. So what would winning today mean to you?
Well, songwriter awards are always special. You know, it's a kind of it's something that you can't ever get around. If you got a great song, you're laughing. If you don't have a great song, you're never going to get anywhere. So to have your songs recognised is really special.
What do you think of the competition?
I think as always, it's pretty stiff.
What are you guys up to at the moment? You working on the new record?
Writing some songs.
How's it going?
What do you think's the secret to a good song?
There's no secret. That's the problem. That's the real problem.
What do you think those awards are so special?
Well, I've got 8 of them.
Wow, is that some kind of record?
I don't know.
Dido, to the end, mate. To the top, Dido, please. Just to the top. To the top again, Dido, please. Thank you. Dido. Whoa. I know. At the top again, please. Thank you. Lovely. Right, okay. Thank you.
Careful now. Watch these. Keep to the side, please. Keep to the side. Then through.
Keep to the side.
Dido, what do you think your chances of winning today?
This way.
Dido!
Not enough. Right. Thank you very much. There's a lot of stragglers out there. Be seated, ladies and gentlemen. Please. Sit. You, yes, sit. Good. Right. Good afternoon. You've come from various parts of the world to be here today, and I'm really grateful. Welcome to the 47th Ivor Novello Awards. Every year we have the same sort of problem. I think to myself, how can we follow that? You remember last year? Well, we've done it. We're going to do it. We can follow it, and I'm confident that you're going to have a great day today. I would like to thank some people who've helped us a great deal, and I'd like to welcome some special guests. Don't clap as I announce them, because otherwise it'll take all day. I would like to...
Well, thank you for that very affectionate welcome. I have to say, it's mutual. If I may paraphrase Sally Field, I like you. I really like you. But, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to consummate our mutual love today. No, we are going to instead show our love for this country's greatest songwriters. And we don't do so with ruddy face, panting breath, sweating brow. We do so with statues. Metal statues. Heavy metal statues. Those of you who have never won one before, please be prepared. It's important more than ever to award our songwriters, because this year there's a famous dichotomy between the plight of the record industry and how the songwriters have been doing. You will have read or heard how a couple of weeks ago, for the first time since October 1963, there was not a British single in the American Hot 100. Since then, Dirty Vegas and Craig David have entered. But the fortunes of British songwriters have been completely different. Consider how British writers took Kylie Minogue to the top of the charts worldwide with Can't Get You Out of My Head. How British writers took Enrique Iglesias to #1 in America and Spain and other territories with Hero. How on Broadway, the leading writers of musicals are still Elton John and Tim Rice. How on TV, the latest world star is a British songwriter, Ozzy Osbourne. How in films, Sting won the Golden Globe with his song Until. How last year's surprise world box office smash, Shrek, was musically composed by British writers. And how the Best Picture nominee, Gosford Park, starred as its leading character, Ivor Novello. If you haven't seen the film, rush out and do so. You will know why these are called the Ivor Novello Awards. Jeremy Northam played the character, performed many of his songs. As he said to me at the London Film Critics Dinner, referring to The Next Table, where Ewan McGregor and Nicole Kidman sat, he said, "This next table thinks it's a big deal, but they sang. They should try singing live with Maggie Smith talking in the background." Jeremy Northam as Ivor Novello, a great year for us to embark on these Ivor Novello Awards. And before we start, I would just like to pay tribute to a songwriter who departed earlier this month. Later today, we will have a special award for international writers. When this man was doing his work, there was no such award. And so Otis Blackwell was never recognized by the Academy. And yet Otis Blackwell was the writer of such classic rock and roll songs as All Shook Up. The winner, a writer, artist, and producer in a modern style, William Orbit.
It's good I'm first because I can relax and enjoy it after this. This is very, I live in a kind of technological world. I'm immersed in it, and it's very transient, all the technology that comes and goes, but it's fantastic that something that can be written in a flash like a song is what makes records really timeless. They talk about timeless records, but it's the tunes that make them timeless. So all the things you were talking about with uncertainty, that's forever. Anyway, let's see who won this. And the winning song is Shining Lights, written by Tim Wheeler.
And accepting the award, Tim Wheeler and Paul Connolly on behalf of Universal Music.
This is wild. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank the judges for having better taste than I thought they would have. Thank you. And I'd like to thank Universal Music, Infectious Records. I'd like to thank our producer, Owen Morris, manager, Tav, for they really believed in us when nothing else was really happening. I'd like to thank my brothers and sister, Charlotte, Mark, and Rick in Ash, who don't know, the songs wouldn't be anything without them. I'd also like to thank my girlfriend, my muse, my inspiration, Audrey. This one's for you. And also, I'd like to stick this up Louis Walsh's arse. Thank you.
Congratulations to a very modest Tim Wheeler. Thank you, William Orbit. And may I suggest that for our photographer friends, since all of our winners will be over here, that you might wish to go over there, and that we enjoy a little 20-second session at the end of each speech. Our next category, like the previous one, is composed of juries of your peers judging. They have decided that the best song musically and lyrically is one of these three. Presenter of this award did not write Mad About the Boy, nor did he write Mad About You, nor indeed I'm Going Slightly Mad, which is strange since he is the co-writer of the Madness catalog, on which will be based Our House, a London Love Story, a musical opening in September at the Cambridge Theatre. Please welcome Suggs.
No, Paul, but I did write Chitty Chitty Mad Mad, which has been another spectacular success. I'm very pleased.
Bob the Builder was last year.
I'm very pleased. I received one of these awards last year, and I know what it means to have been a humble band member, to receive something for your songwriting, because when you take away the funny videos and the funny outfits and the funny PR machinery, all you're left with are the words and the music. So, the best song, musically and lyrically, to a band in my humble estimation are getting better and better all the time, is Walk On, written by Adam Clayton, Dave Evans, Paul Hewson and Lawrence Mullen.
And accepting for Adam Clayton, David Evans, Paul Hewson, and Lawrence Mellon is David Evans. And on behalf of Blue Mountain Music, Alistair Norbury. David Evans, of course, The Edge from U2.
I'm glad I didn't go to the Jacks when I was planning to. I would have missed it. What can I say? Thanks to our producers, our long-suffering producers, Brian Eno, Daniel Anwar, Mike Hedges, as well as tonight, Steve Lillywhite. Working as we do as a band, writing songs, it's a kind of strange process, and inspiration can and does come from many different places. In the case of Walk On, what took it from being just a kind of formless piece of music into being an idea which eventually became the tune was a chance meeting with a rather extraordinary and very tall person who we instantly took a dislike to because he was so tall. But he was at a ceremony in Dublin to accept an award on behalf of his very extraordinary mother, a lady called Aung San Suu Kyi, who heads up the movement for democracy in Burma. And having spoken to him for a few hours, we went back to the studio, and that was the beginning of Walk On. So I just want to accept this award on behalf of Aung San Suu Kyi and her campaign to bring democracy to Burma. Thank you.
And of course, since that song has been a success,